conflict.
And conflict management.
Who do we have here today? Who am I?
You're the student.
And who are you?
I'm the teacher, apparently.
Can you teach?
No.
So that's where we're having a conflict. We better manage this conflict.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
A Word file. No, it's not. It's a PowerPoint thing.
And what is this? A table of content?
Yep.
And these are the stuff that we're going to have in the
video.
I see. Now, how are we going to do this? I mean, suppose I get so much information, I get overload. What do we do?
Then we can stop and take a break.
Oh, really? How do we do that?
You press pause.
Okay. Okay, so are we ready to go?
I certainly hope so.
So how is this thing set up?
I honestly have very little idea.
Okay.
But I'll try my best.
So we have what is called a pretest.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, let me go back to the table of content. It tells us right there. Introduction, key terms, objectives, pretest, the outline, which is really the content of what we're going to be talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and the summary, and then review questions, and so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is our agenda.
Yep, the doodles.
Okay, here we go. This is the pretest. Do we need to go through the pretest?
Not really.
So we'll let the guys on the other end do it, right?
Yep. If you want to take the pretest, then when it said pretest, just pause it and try to answer the questions yourself.
How about objectives? Do we need to look at that?
Those are a little bit more important, so yeah.
Okay. So we're going to discuss conflict. We're going to define it, give examples, show where a win-win or win-lose situation. Describe some of the conflict patterns. What does that say? Describe how gender, culture, and workplace culture affects the conflict, right?
Mm-hmm.
Destructive conflict and constructive. And then finally, what? Trying to negotiate.
Mediation.
Oh, and group consensus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, these are the key terms. They can go over that themselves, right? Look at the words and then define the words.
Just pause it right here if you want to go look over the words.
Pause. Moving on. What are we going to cover in this topic?
Conflict styles, factors that influence conflict styles, stage of repeated conflict, destructive conflict strategies, constructive conflict strategies, and negotiation, mediation, and group consensus building.
Okay. Was there a definition of mediation back there?
I don't remember.
Let me go back.
I think there was, wasn't there?
Mediation. There it is. There it is.
Yep, the doodle. I hope you know that when you point to it, our audience can't see what you're pointing to.
Well, the word is in there. Under M for mediation. All right. So these are going to be the topics. Okay, let's look at the first one. What is the first one? Conflict styles.
Yeah.
What's happening? What is the first one?
There's the 3 C's, a G, and an A.
I see. What is the first one? Competing, right?
Uh-huh.
What is competing?
Competing is when a person goes after what they want without considering the feelings of the others.
Now, aren't you thinking, aren't we competing? Because I don't think you know my feeling.
Nope.
Okay. How about the next one? What does the next one say?
People who use the competing style often don't listen to other ideas or pay attention to the other side of the conflict.
I saw that the other day on Hell's Kitchen, where this girl was in there and she didn't pay any attention to the feelings of other people. Remember that one?
Yeah.
How about compromise?
Compromising is the act of looking for a way to find a win-win situation.
I see. The style is gives each person half of a win-lose situation, right? Compromising. How about collaboration?
Occurs when 2 people look for a solution that will satisfy both.
And to use this style of conflict, both sides needs to be out of the box thinking and have to be creative. Hey, let's collaborate. Giving in?
The act of always putting the needs of someone else before yours.
Okay, this one looks good, but they let you, or if you do this all the time, I give up, then the guy's going to walk all over you. Take advantage of that guy. What's
with
avoiding?
His boots.
Yeah.
Avoiding indicates that you withdraw from conflict and often do not participate in arguments.
That's not my point. That's
Non-confrontation.
Well, it's quite destructive since it leads to other conflicts too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are the factors that influence the style? Traditional style, for example.
Gender can influence conflict styles in a major way. Males are taught not to talk about their problems, while female, on the other hand,
I want to talk about it.
are taught to let out their feelings and resolve conflicts.
You know, women spend their life, during the day, they spend 27,000 words and talk about their feelings. Men only use 7,000.
That's too bad.
Okay, how about culture?
Influence conflict styles too. In some cultures, people are taught harmony and peace, while in others, people are taught to avoid conflict.
Let's not conflict. Okay, how about stages of repeated conflict? What causes it? Ew, there it comes again. A is what?
Triggering conditions.
Okay. B.
Frustration building.
And we can see this later, right? They can read on this later. How about active conflict?
After conflict occurs when all people involved in the conflict recognize that a conflict exists.
Solution and non-solution.
At this stage, people involved have either found a way to resolve conflict or at least suspend it until later. Avoiding or walk away from conflict is considered a non-solution because the conflict still exists. It has not yet been solved.
Hadn't been solved. Walking away is not going to solve it. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Follow up.
Stage where many people reestablish connections. Everyone is fine for a while until another triggering condition occurs and the cycle starts all over again.
Follow up. Okay. What is destructive strategy? First we talked about constructive strategies. What is destructive strategy?
Verbal attacks.
Name calling, you no good son of a labeling.
When a person gives a derogatory evaluation of another person.
You no good son of a.
Of course, labeling can also be a good thing too.
Yeah, it gives you some sort of framework to work on. Gossip. Get along. Hey, it's gonna hurt somebody. What's gunny sacking?
Storing up all your anger and then releasing it on another person when they do one annoying thing.
Gunny sacking can lead to larger, more complicated conflicts, right? Gunny sack is a bag. It's made out of burlap. You throw everything inside. That's why it's called a gunny sack. How about physical attacks? I'm gonna beat the thing out. What is that?
Many people these days turn to physical attacks and fight rather than setting their problems peacefully. Competent communicators find ways around physical attacks and solve their problems with composure.
Oh. Okay, now, constructive conflict strategies. There looks like 3 of them here. What is active listening?
Active listening involves understanding and paraphrasing the other person's point of view.
Active listening means I have to paraphrase what you just said, right?
Yeah, paraphrase what I just said.
All right. How about reverse roles?
By reversing roles, you deliberately take the other person's point of view and try to understand the position, which is something that they use in Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. Reverse the roles. Oh, yeah, I know. Fair fighting. Come on. Put them up.
Involves rules that reduce destructive tactics. Stick to the present.
Stay here. Don't go back to the past.
Negotiate time and place.
Here, we're going to be right here. We're going to talk about it.
Describe, don't label, or engage in names.
I'm not going to call you a son of a... Okay.
Avoid pushing buttons.
I know.
Name calling, by the way, also involves insulting.
Ooh. How about negotiation, mediation, and group consensus building? What is negotiation?
Formal problem-solving process in which people discuss their differences, work out a settlement. That's a very nice word to use use on a negotiation, and come to an agreement.
Mediation is the act where a neutral third party comes to settle the argument, right?
Yep.
How about group consensus building?
Concept that provides a framework for creating a win-win solution. The goal is to satisfy all the people involved.
All right, so everybody, hey, come on, let's come to an agreement. Does everybody agree on those? No, I still disagree.
We'll throw you out of
here.
here.
Okay. No, don't throw me out. Please don't throw me out. Okay, here are the review question, and the audience can go back and take a look at this later. And also seems like it has the answers to the problem. In this review question, we see 10 of them. And finally, we have a test here, right? A test to really kind of evaluate how much they learn from this situation. So that being said, can we say bye-bye?
Yeah.